What's up, everybody? It's Old Man Winter 8, and today I'm going to take my first steps in the new Burton Waverange X step-on boot. So Burton's got a brand new line of step-on boots for 25-26. They have the high shot, the Waverange, and then they have X versions and X Pro versions. This is kind of the mid-range version. And for all of you that have ridden step-on in the past, this is kind of a little bit more comparable to, let's say, somewhere in the Swath or Photon, maybe a little bit closer to the Swath. The Waverange at each model is a little bit softer, and that high shot is a little bit stiffer. So again, at that mid-range boot, this is a little bit softer. Completely redesigned boot. As you can see, we've got a lot of the classic favorites with the Vibram outsole, the EST midsole, but you can see this is a really low profile midsole in general, and very, very grippy, very, very durable. This boot is incredibly lightweight too. Still doing a dual BOA up top. So we've got, you know, one for the top part of the boot. We've got one for the lower part of the boot. And then they've actually cleaned it up and added the skirting over the top of the boot. So it's kind of nice. It cleans the boot up, but it also helps add a little bit of layer of warmth and protect it from the wind. And then we've got that Imprint 3 liner on the inside, so still heat moldable. They've got the wraparound cuff with the Velcro to keep everything nice and snug around the top of your ankle. But let's enough of the chit chat. Let's get these things on and see how they feel. All right, so right off the bat, obviously, the first thing we always notice about the boots is the fit. I'm gonna have to say, true to size. But obviously, when you go to try the boots on in the store, we just wanna make sure that your foot is touching up in the front. We want our toes touching, but not crammed. And these things have actually got a lot of support to them, I'm noticing. So fit around the ankle, I can actually feel a little bit tighter down here. And as I'm cranking this, you definitely notice a little bit of that crank up higher on your foot. But overall, not too bad of a fit. I'm gonna have to, again, dial these things in a little bit, really get my ankle held down in, but right out of the box, they actually feel really, really good. So yeah, let's get these things out on the hill and see how they ride. Good day of riding today. We rode some fast runs. I was riding the Cartel X EST step-on and the high fidelity. We were going fast and carving hard, and a little cold today, but not too bad. But boots actually felt pretty friggin' good, man. Their fit up in the front felt fantastic. All the way up the side, definitely had the dual BOA, so I had to kind of really mess with that a lot, really to just try to get it fine-tuned. I realized that you can't really leave the bottom part loose at all, or it feels a little sloppy. You definitely got to crank that one down no matter what you do with the top part. But had a little bit of a pressure point on that ankle bone right here on the sides, but I think it's right there on that seam. So it's just going to be something I'm going to have to ride a little bit more and really kind of break that in and break in that material. But I really did like the way they flexed. Right off the bat, they definitely felt a little stiff, a lot stiffer than I expected them to be, but they seemed to break in and kind of loosen up a little bit the more I rode throughout the day. And we were really riding fast and pushing hard. So we were really, really flexing the hell out of these things. But one thing that I really noticed about these versus the Photons of the past is even looking down in it, this new boot design they have in the Waverange and in the high shot, it's really low profile. It's not as big and bulky of a looking of a boot, and I think that's actually contributing to the fit as well. I remember the Photons had a little bit more room up in the toe, and this one doesn't have It definitely has less room, but it's not a bad thing where it's like squishing. It just seems to fit around my foot a little bit better. So definitely love to get out and try these a few more times, really see if we can break in those pieces on the side, but great kind of that mid flexing, kind of all mountain, go anywhere, do anything boot. When I was riding this board, I think I probably want a little bit stiffer version, maybe go up to the high shot, but these weren't too soft that I couldn't ride that board. So pretty impressed with the new Waverange from Burton for their new step-on lineup for 25-26.